Hey there, action lovers! Welcome back to Topless Channel, where we dive deep into the world of gaming. If you're on the hunt for some adrenaline-pumping FPS games to play on your PS5, you've come to the right place. Today, we're counting down the top 10 must-try FPS games on PS5 that every action junkie needs to experience. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Pause for a moment. Ponder this. Isn't Deathloop merely that average offering from Arcane Studios? Well, yes and no. The notion of a time-warped expanse teeming with foes needing elimination while evading a relentless assassin sounds exhilarating on the surface. Expectations were indeed stratospheric, but the game didn't fully deliver on that promise. However, let's reconsider. Deathloop perhaps received undue criticism. Admittedly, it can verge on the monotonous, yet it melds an engrossing narrative with electrifying gameplay. The visuals, imbued with a distinct stylistic flair and the liberty to approach objectives with your own strategy, earn Deathloop its rightful place on this list, even if it claims the 10th spot. Securing the 9th position is Far Cry 6, Ubisoft's latest foray into its globe-spanning shooter saga. It transports players to picturesque locales where they can confront deranged would-be tyrants. This iteration is no different, whisking us away to a sun-drenched, Cuban-inspired Caribbean island with a singular mission: incite rebellion against a despotic ruler. Let's be clear, we thoroughly enjoyed Far Cry 6. Yes, the game sometimes plunges into the realm of the absurd, gifting us with a jetpack or a combat-ready rooster sidekick. The franchise, after 6 entries, does feel a touch worn. Still, for those who can embrace the madness and overlook the stagnation, Far Cry 6 offers an exhilarating experience. Its bombastic firefights, stealthy missions, and breathtaking visuals earn it a spot among the finest PS5 titles. To some, it may be unexpected, but Titanfall 2 is heralded as one of the premier shooters across both PS5 and PS4. At first glance, it may seem like just another sci-fi shoot-'em-up, featuring a soldier piloting an advanced AI-equipped mech. Is the action-packed combat alone enough to sustain it? In truth, Titanfall 2 transcends mere high-octane battles. Yes, as Jack Cooper, you'll engage in parkour-driven skirmishes alongside your towering metallic companion, BT. Yet, the game's true allure lies in its poignant narrative, which chronicles the evolving bond between protagonist and mech. By the campaign's conclusion, you'll find yourself invested in their partnership, feeling like a vital part of an exceptional team. For those who relish bantering with friends or taunting adversaries during online shootouts, Call of Duty remains the undisputed champion. Yet, if you're scouring the PS5 landscape for a lightning-fast multiplayer FPS, the choice between Warzone and Modern Warfare 3 may leave you conflicted. Let's break it down. For a battle royale experience, Warzone stands unrivaled. This expansive mode emphasizes scavenging for resources and eliminating rival squads within a shrinking arena, delivering pulse-pounding gameplay. Plus, it's free, offering both intense action and financial ease. Conversely, if traditional multiplayer modes like Team Deathmatch appeal more, then Modern Warfare 3 is your go-to. It resurrects the quintessential Call of Duty multiplayer ambience, complete with a single-player campaign. That said, the campaign is notably brief and uninspired, clocking in at a mere 5 hours. Skipping it won't deprive you of much. Glance at a few screenshots of Proteus, and you might dismiss it as another retro-inspired boomer shooter reminiscent of your dad's gaming days. Sure, its pixelated aesthetic evokes nostalgia, but this indie treasure merits its place on this list for delivering adrenaline-charged gunplay that quickens any shooter's pulse. Forget about a convoluted storyline. Proteus keeps it straightforward. The plot is bare bones. You're on a quest to obliterate the titular godlike antagonist. The real focus lies in the frenetic action as you blast through hordes of demonic foes that explode in visceral fashion when met with your arsenal of shotguns, rocket launchers, or even your bare hands. Coupled with retro-level designs brimming with secrets, rewarding exploration, Proteus becomes a must-play for enthusiasts of games like Doom. Kicking off the upper echelons of our PS5 FPS list is the post-apocalyptic gem metro, Exodus. But don't expect to emerge from an underground vault, gleefully gunning down ghouls while donning an absurdly tight, blue spandex suit. Instead, brace yourself for a grittier, more narrative-driven odyssey across a desolate, post-nuclear world searching for a new sanctuary. Continuing Artyom's saga, Metro Exodus picks up where previous installments left off. Artyom and his comrades journey through Russia's metro systems, teeming with war survivors, hostile factions, mutants, and even darker, inexplicable threats. This time, the adventure ventures above ground, leading players on an epic quest for a new home amidst the irradiated wilderness. Curiously, the fourth entry on our list feels like a perfect hybrid, blending elements from other standout titles. Envision a game that merges the expansive Battle Royale mode and cooperative squad gameplay reminiscent of Warzone with the fluid, dynamic gunfights and parkour mechanics from Titanfall 2. Stop imagining. Download Apex Legends. Here's a quick caveat. While Apex Legends offers a superb shooting experience with high-octane action, its competitive online nature might not appeal to everyone. But just like the free PS5 games mentioned here, Apex Legends costs nothing to try, so there's no harm in testing the waters. For those ready to dive into intense, fast-paced gameplay with a squad of friends, Respawn Entertainment's masterpiece is well worth exploring. Since we've broached games best savored with the elusive treasure of friends, let's spotlight our third entry. Unsurprisingly, it's Borderlands 3, a game that shines as one of the most gratifying and utterly chaotic co-op experiences, brimming with loot and mayhem. Borderlands 3 builds on its predecessor's legacy, yet prior knowledge isn't required to plunge into its vibrant, explosively intense gunfights and loot-centric gameplay. The premise is simple. Join a band of eccentric misfits, each obsessed with hoarding treasure and delivering awful one-liners. Your mission? Foil the dastardly plans of villainous twins aiming to reshape the galaxy into their personal dominion. While the plot may play second fiddle, the outrageous gameplay is exponentially more fun when shared with friends in a frenzied co-op session. If you're still eager to traverse galaxies, explore richly diverse worlds, and amass a treasure trove of gear, but prefer to swap out the zany humor for something grander and more cinematic, Destiny 2 awaits. Bungie's free-to-play shooter offers a wealth of loot, deep lore, and an epic soundtrack that heightens every moment to epic proportions. The best part? Despite its massive content offerings, Destiny 2 remains free-to-play. Yes, Bungie has released an array of paid DLCs, but the base game provides ample content to keep you and your friends engaged for countless hours. Finally, after much deliberation, we've crowned Doom Eternal as the preeminent single-player first-person shooter on PS5.
Why?
Because when we ponder the phrase action-packed, nothing embodies it more than cleaving, shooting, and annihilating legions of demonic adversaries to the pulse-pounding beats of a metal soundtrack. Argue in the comments if you must, but for now, Doom Eternal reigns supreme. Our adoration for Doom Eternal is well-founded. Its flaws are few, unless, of course, the unrelenting intensity isn't your style. Otherwise, the game excels across the board. Stellar graphics, masterful level design, exhilarating arcade-style action, adrenaline-pumping music, and supremely satisfying glory kills. For potential Doomslayers, an unforgettable, thrill-ride experience awaits, with zero regrets. If you're a fan of FPS games on PS5, these titles offer a diverse range of experiences, from fast-paced multiplayer battles to gripping single-player narratives. Whether you're looking for something familiar or craving a new adventure, this list has something for every shooter enthusiast.